Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vickers. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They'll also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Mase and Cam.
Killer was good. Let me put my headset in. What's going on?
You're a little too calm. I don't like what you got on.
You're doing too much. You proud of me?
I don't care if it was Prada, Versace, everything. You coming in your pajamas and a cowboy hat. Who you been hanging out with? I don't like it. I don't really like what I'm looking at.
What he said? Go ahead, Killer.
I said you're coming. I said I don't care if it's Prada, Versace, the shit that was in Floyd ceiling. You're getting a little too comfortable. You're coming in a cowboy hat and your pajamas. What are you doing?
This is not a pajama.
It looks pajama-y. It looks pajama-y to me. Stat, it don't look like pajamas.
No.
That looks a little...
It's like a silk.
If she can't say no, clear
This is
cut.
not silk.
From here,
Yeah, it looks silky. It looks like...
No, it's not
That look like
silky, nigga. It's cotton.
You look a little too comfortable, man. I don't know where you been hanging out at or who you been with, but you got on the cowboy hat and pajamas. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Matter of fact, you know what? This is what.
Larry,
this is
let
what
me
I'm gonna
hold
do
the
for my
chrome
viewers.
hog hat. Give me the chrome hog.
This is what I'm gonna do for. This is what I'm gonna do for my viewers. I dare you stand up. I dare you stand up so our viewers can see what you got on. Yeah, stand up. Let the viewers see what you wearing.
That, do I got on pajama pants?
No. They're not pajama pants.
So stand up. Stop. All you gotta do is stand up. Stand up.
Oh my goodness. Killer, why
This is
can't
what
you
I
be
deal with every
focused
day.
on the show?
Cause I'm trying to, but I'm visually seeing something.
Yo, I got on pants. You wilding out. Killer, look.
Okay. Say no more. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Yeah,
Killer's wilding. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into it. So we started this discussion last episode. Definitely want to give you guys the opportunity to elaborate on it. So Mase discussed how an interesting fight could be Mayweather versus Tank. This is obviously all hypothetically speaking, but I want you to elaborate on that idea and then who do you think would win? Open discussion. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Okay. When we talking about Floyd and Javante, right? It's a growing population that actually think Floyd will win. At first, it was like, oh, Javante. There was a lot of people saying Javante will win if it's 12 rounds. But as we started shortening that time, there's people that's actually saying they don't go against Floyd. So who I think will win? I mean, I'm like what Killer said yesterday. I go with Floyd until further notice, taking nothing away from Javante, but you know, you gotta beat a dog to be a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of Javante, he's a phenomenal athlete. Power in both hands, pause, great with footwork, read the ring. His IQ is up there, but I wouldn't say his IQ is higher than Floyd's. And 30 wins is a long ways from 50 wins. So I'm just putting it out there. No disrespect to him. I don't need nobody reaching out to me like, yo, watch your mouth and all that. Cause it ain't worth it. Um, I definitely would say that 30 is a long way from 50. That's just what I would say. So even I know sometimes people like, yo, he's doing what Floyd did. He didn't do what Floyd did just yet. I mean, it's great that what he's doing, but these weekends are not Floyd like yet. They're getting there and they can go there. And I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm not saying he can't pass 50 wins, but I don't see him winning 20 more fights without a loss. Just me personally. And would he win the fight? I wouldn't. I think he has every tool necessary to win the fight, but I wouldn't go against Floyd until he knock him out.
And Cam,
um, yeah, what May said is absolutely correct. See, Frank had a great plan, but that wasn't going to last for 12 rounds with Floyd. Floyd could do that for 12 rounds, what Frank did. Javante, but see, with Javante, a lot of times, if he doesn't knock you out early, he's never really winning on the scorecards. He sizes you up, he wears you down, and then he knocks you out. Over a 93% knockout rate. This is what he does. So the
Mm-hmm.
plan that Frank had was exceptional, but Floyd could take that plan that Frank had, and I'm not saying he would ever use Frank's plan, but he could that concept on what Frank did and last for 12 rounds because he trains for 15, 20 rounds. When Floyd trains, they have to put different sparring partners in the ring because they get tired. Floyd trains 5-minute rounds, 20 rounds a day. So I would definitely go with Floyd. But the one thing that we do have to keep in mind is this. We've never seen Floyd knocked down, let alone knocked out. But the question is, does Javante hit harder than Shane Mosley? Does Javante hit harder than Madonna? Because we definitely seen Floyd rock before.
Yeah.
Now, did he go down? No, we seen him rock. And if you're asking me, he hits harder than them at 135. Are those punches going to be effective at 147? I think that was part of the reason he got the rehydration clause with Ryan because he knows maybe those punches won't hit as hard at 147. Do I know this for a fact? This is pure speculation. I have no idea. And we seen that kind of with Benavidez the same night. Benavidez moved up 2 weight classes. He beat the shit out of homeboy, but he didn't knock him out or punish him like he did 2 weight classes lower than the weight class he fought on Saturday night. So that's what you have to keep. And also, you're killing people at 135 when them punches hurt at 147. That's the real question. But if we're talking about IQ, I don't think anybody's IQ is higher than Floyd's. I don't think it's a better defensive fighter than ever. And will he have the stamina to go 12 rounds? Absolutely. Maybe it would be 10 rounds because there's no title on the line or anything like that. But Floyd had the same kind of plan that Javante had against Frank when he caught McGregor. He knew, and even though McGregor's not a pure boxer, he knew he would tie you down around 7 or 8. They did a great job. If you think about UFC, they do 5 rounds, 5-minute rounds for 5 minutes for 5 rounds, which equals 20 minutes. A boxing match is 36 minutes. So Floyd and his father put that in their brain. He ain't going to be able, after 25 minutes, he's going to get tired because he's not used to training for 36 minutes, which is a big difference when you're on one-on-one combat, whether it's UFC or whether it's boxing. It's a long time. And what Floyd did was Conor McGregor down because Conor McGregor was having a lot of success, but Floyd wasn't really throwing no punches. And Floyd warmed down in round 7, 8, 9, and that's when you got the victory. I believe it was round 10, if I'm not mistaken. But that's not going to work against Floyd. Floyd's not going to get tired. Floyd is great on defense, and Floyd might take Gervonta's emotions into perspective as well, because he'd be like, you come into this fight emotional. I'm not. And I'm not saying that Gervonta will. I'm just saying everything from the outside looking in. I don't know his training procedure, anything else like that. So I don't want, like you said, Mase, him and his camp to take offense to this. We're just talking about pure experience, because I don't believe it's a more exciting boxer in boxing right now than Gervonta. And not just that, he deserves to be on the top 5 pound for pound list if you're asking me. But we're talking about IQ, we're talking about defense, we're talking about stamina, we're talking about somebody who's been doing this the last going on 30 years, close to 30. I'm going with Floyd. If you think about this, at the end of the fight, Frank didn't have any marks on his face. Gervonta's face was peppered up. He had marks all over his face. And that means he was getting tagged. And if Frank is hitting you like that, Floyd is very precise and very accurate when it comes to his punching. So that's something that Gervonta will have to deal with as well. Just depending on a knockout against Floyd, don't count on it. It hasn't happened yet. Not saying it can't happen at any given time when you're boxing, but we have to think about this. The only time I remember Floyd going down is when his hand was hurt and he took it years ago.
Hey, and Larry to the flow.
Well, first of all, let me just say, because I didn't want Floyd. I don't want
Larry's
Floyd.
mic is low.
I don't want Floyd to
If Larry mic low to y'all too, Larry's microphone is low. Put the microphone closer to your mouth.
Yo. So here's my thing. I want Floyd to stay 50-0. And I know this is just a hypothetical, but man, Father Time is real. And I know we keep forgetting that he's a little bit older. And listen, I know he's in better shape than me and you, Mase, put together for sure right now.
He's better in shape than you.
So I feel like he's in better shape than me and you put together for sure. No ifs, ands, buts about it.
Larry, he's in better shape than you. Larry, listen to this, Larry. Did you know I was a black belt?
A black belt in what?
In jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You serious?
Nah, come on, Mase. Cut it out, man. Cut it out.
Why you think I be walking by myself?
Because you don't want to attract any attention. That's why you walk
Why you
by
think,
yourself.
Why you think I be walking by myself?
Because you a kung fu killer. Is that what it is? You're killer. You're a kung fu killer now. We got to watch out for this.
Nah, go ahead. Make your point, Larry.
Go ahead, Cam. Cam, he's a kung fu killer now. Listen, at the end of the day, Floyd is older. That young, listen, I know y'all saying that old boy was marked up, and listen, that could be a little light-skinned thing going on there too. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to see the other brother bruised up a little bit like that. No, I'm just saying, man, listen, the way he was punching old boy the other day, the knockouts that he's giving people, Tank that is, has been brutal. Listen, let's be honest. Let's be real clear. Cam said something very important. Floyd he's precision.
He's precise.
He's precise. But his fights were boring as fuck. A lot of times. Flat out boring. Okay. Gervonta is coming to knock you the fuck out the ring. He handled business. He get his check. And let me tell you, you just said something about Vegas nights. Yeah. I've been here for a lot of Vegas nights. Yeah. Tupac, I've been here all my life. The other night, it was popping the other night. It was one of those nights.
It was one of those
nights.
And
if Gervonta keeps doing that, that energy is just gonna get bigger and better, Paul. It's gonna be good for him.
Let me ask you a question though.
Yeah.
Who did Gervonta beat that was equivalent to Sugar Shane?
I mean, listen.
Who did he beat that's equivalent to a Cotto?
Listen. I mean, I don't have his
to a Canelo. To a
Canelo.
Come on, man. Listen. I think a lot of those fighters are great fighters.
He smoked them niggas.
You can't. He smoked who?
Floyd made them look like they were not even good. De La Hoya, Pacquiao.
Listen, he didn't fight De La Hoya in his prime. Mosley rocked him. That was the only person.
And that's what I'm talking about. Did you see how he responded to it?
Yeah, listen. Floyd
crazy.
Floyd is the champ. He's the great. He's the champ.
That's all I'm saying.
But let's not act like he didn't fight these. He didn't fight De La Hoya in his prime. Fuck no. That's a
You
whole
keep
different
saying
fight.
that.
Okay, who else?
Say something
Cotto?
different.
Well,
Pacquiao, Shane Mosley, Colo.
Well, he didn't
So
fight.
y'all
He didn't
penalize
fight
Tank 'cause it ain't the fighters
Lomachenko.
there?
He didn't fight Lomachenko in his prime.
Listen. I'm just saying, we talking about Frank, we talking about Tank and Floyd. It's a new sheriff in town, man. Y'all gotta let that man get that youngster his time.
No, I'm saying it is his time, but you don't get dog status till you run through a dog. I mean,
What's
you're
his
talking
record?
to dogs.
Killer, what y'all told me? 30-0?
Yeah.
28 knockouts?
30-0, 28 knockouts.
Come on, man. Y'all leave that man alone, man. He ain't got
we
complete
not downplaying what he's saying. It's just, and this is what happens a lot when people are dealing with people who know sports. When you start comparing peoples to the greats, that's when this discussion
I'm not saying Floyd
happens.
is the
If we
great.
wasn't talking about Floyd, we would be talking about Gervonta as the gorilla of all gorillas, right? But when you put him in that aspect of looking in the light of Floyd, he's not Floyd yet. To me. That's my opinion.
I agree with that somewhat. But what I'm saying is, at 47 years old, I think it would be. I don't think Floyd's a 10 out of 10 fighter anymore, just by age.
I think that speaks to his greatness that we even having a conversation.
Listen, there's no. We know Floyd is the champ. He great. But at 47 years old, if a fight took place next year and he's 48 against Tank, I'm taking Tank.
Yeah, next year I'll take Tank too. I'm talking about right now while he's pissed off with Tank and what Tank is doing. I think he could do that right now. A lot can happen in a year.
Very true.
I'm taking
Hold on,
Tank.
I want to say something real quick as well. What I want to say is this, and you're right, father age catches up to a lot of us, but we have no bad habits. You don't drink, you don't drug, you don't smoke.
Yeah.
You jog home from the club tonight if you need to. 8 miles. That counts also. A lot of people's habits play into their age as well, sitting around, not doing anything. Just start, and then you start drinking and you start doing other stuff. I'm going to just smoke a cigar tonight. I'm going to just, listen, that man has no bad habits, and that's a testament of just to him saying, you never know. You never know, nigga. Because he can sit there and be like, nigga, I ain't fighting no more. I'm retired, nigga. And then just sit around and chill out. We watched the picture of Kobe Bryant, God bless the dead. Maybe 5-6 months after he retired, he got a gut and everything else. And he made a joke. Kobe had posted on his page, don't worry about it, y'all. I'll lose this in 2 weeks. People who don't have bad habits, you have to take into consideration that just because they're older, that doesn't mean that they're not keeping themselves in shape. That's A. Second, when Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather were arguing on their live, Floyd Mayweather told Bill Haney, I'm glad you got an undefeated boxer in the gym. I'm 50-0 under them lights. And I think Floyd doesn't play game under those lights. You made up a great point how Shane Mosley rocked Floyd. And I don't know if a lot of people watched that fight. I watched that fight several times. It's one of my favorite fights. That fight, Bernard Hopkins against Tito Trinidad. Corrales against, God bless the dead, not Corrales. Corrales against Floyd was a great one too, but Corrales against the other Spanish thing, I can't think. They had 2 fights. Both of them was really good. Fights, I'm just thinking about my top 5 fights. If you watch that fight, what Mase didn't elaborate on, but he mentioned it, the way Floyd responded, Shane Mosley then win another round after he knocked Floyd. When Floyd went back to that corner, he didn't listen to nobody in that corner. He didn't listen to Leonard Ellaby. He didn't listen to, God bless the dead, his uncle Roger Mayweather. He kept looking up at the Jumbotron, watching how he got rocked, and he was embarrassed, and he embarrassed Shane Mosley for the next 9 rounds. It was a complete shutout after that. Sometime when you hit the beehive, bees come out, nigga.
Yeah,
and
I like
Floyd
that.
is one of them niggas.
I like that.
and he's one of them. And he's one of them niggas. Do not embarrass me because I'm not here to get embarrassed. It was a complete shutout. Lastly, what I'll say to your comment, Larry, is this: when you sit there and say, pardon me, his fights were boring. Floyd, when I had this argument with Dan Lebatard, shout out to Dan Lebatard, and the Lebatard Show, big fans of their podcast, man, real great show. But when he was on ESPN on Highly Questionable, me and him had a debate about Floyd Mayweather about 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago now, I'm not sure. And when you say his fights are boring, Larry, the name of the game is not called knock you out. The name of the game is not called you hit me, I hit you. The name of the game is not you do 2 punches, I get 2 punches. The name of the game is called boxing. And because Floyd is the best boxer, that does not mean his fights won't be boring because he's there to box. Tank is there to knock you out. Floyd is there to box. And the name of the game is not called knock you out. So when you say he's boring, a lot of times what Floyd did was, and I'm bringing the same topic up that I brought on the Lebatard Show, is that after he fought Oscar De La Hoya, he became Money Mayweather. Before the Oscar De La Hoya fight, he was Pretty Boy Floyd, where he was in a lot of gruesome fights. When he was in Battles Wars, when you see him dripping blood down his nose and face and everything else, and he realized that a lot of people come to see him lose. Majority of the people come to see him lose. He says, I don't care if you come here to see me lose, nigga. Buy the ticket, and I'm going to outbox you. I'm not here to knock you out. I'm here to win at a boxing match. It's the same when a lot of these kids may be not old enough to know, but if you ever seen the movie Straight Outta Compton, and NWA was getting criticized for having all these harsh and vulgar lyrics, that Calvin Butts, the Reverend at the time, they bought 10,000 CDs of NWA and ran them over with a street sweeper and crushed them. And Eazy-E said, I don't give a fuck, you bought the CDs, nigga. That's on you. Right. Do what you want with them motherfuckers. So when you're paying for a Floyd Mayweather fight, Floyd wants them pay-per-view numbers, he wants asses in the seat, and if you don't like his fighting style, it doesn't matter to you. As long as them 3 judges see that he outboxes the person in front of him, that's what matters. So you're talking about excitement, Larry, in which we all want to see excitement, which is great. That's fine. Not the name of the game that they're in. The name of the game they're in is boxing. As much as we love Mike Tyson for knocking niggas out, Lennox Lewis said, eat these jabs, nigga. Eat these jabs, nigga. You want to eat these for about 9, 10 rounds to where he ended up knocking Mike Tyson out because Mike Tyson couldn't knock him out for 10 rounds. So boring or not, Floyd is there to win the fight, knowing the majority of people there to see him lose. And then you could get mad and say this fight wasn't shit, but you'll pay again to see him lose.
I don't disagree with any of that. Listen, it is boxing. It's the sport of boxing. All I'm saying is Tank is exciting. Fighting is about boxing, and we want to be entertained. I want to see a gladiator in there. I don't want to see people running around the room, sticking jab, counter punching. Like boxing. I get it. Most people don't. Most people aren't like you, and they don't. You like to see boxers. Most people want to see. They pay to see the nigga get knocked out. Like we wanted to see that nigga get knocked out today, and we got a front row seat. And that nigga get the fuck out, and the people walk away.
What I'm saying is,
Larry, one more thing.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Now, as far as Mase talking about, Floyd mad right now. Javante mad too. He tired of his uncle over here talking shit every time he look up, and to Javante, he look at Floyd as like that old ass uncle. Nigga, it's over for you, nigga. Get out the way. And they, he might come in the ring and want to slap the shit out of Floyd that way either. So that way. So what I'm saying is, at the same time, Floyd can be mad. Is big mad? He can be big mad. He can be big mad. But that youngster's like, yo, nigga, it's my time now. Get out the way. Stop trying to fuck up my shit. And that might be some fuel for him to come in and say, get your old ass out the way and knock your old ass out. Because them other niggas couldn't do it. But I'm from B-More and I'm going to knock your ass out. That's what I want to see. If there was a fight, to be honest with you. So get your old ass out the way, killer.
To answer your question, everything you're saying is correct. But when you sit there and say you don't want to see people run around in X, Y, Z, is Floyd earned that cachet. He's not a new boxer. It isn't like before Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd had over a 50, 60% knockout rate. If you can't get mad at a nigga who learned the business and says, yo, I know what I need to do. I need to just keep winning because people are coming to see me lose. Now, you're right. People love to see knockouts. That's what it's about. But Floyd earned that cachet to where he says, yo, listen, I don't got to do all that no more. My goal in life is to keep all my scruples, hit and not get hit, and win the fight. So when you're sitting there saying he needs to get, people want to see knockouts, I'm not disagreeing with that. But I tell you one thing, it won't be one bitch, one nigga, including you, Larry, that if you hear Floyd is fighting, whether it's, and not these exhibition fights, if you, let's say, for instance, you hear Floyd is fighting Terrence Crawford, everything stops. The bitches, the niggas, wins the fight, booking hotels, so on and so forth. So you could say he's boring as long as you want to say boring. You hear Floyd fighting Canelo again. Everything stops, nigga. You hear Floyd is motherfucking gonna fight whoever. It stops. He knows that, nigga. So it could be, as much as niggas say for the last 10 years Floyd fights is boring, it stopped. You do what you got to do to get niggas. You do what you got to do to pay for that pay-per-view. And it doesn't matter, boring or not, you included, Larry, are going to watch the fight.
Very good point.
And Larry, tell Leonard Ellaby to send him an offer then.
Well, yeah, that's what he should do.
If he's with GTD, tell him to send an offer.
They really should probably, I mean, from the buzz that we got today, yesterday, I'm telling you, they really probably should. Y'all may have really created something here for these two niggas to get in the ring. But I don't think Tank would fight him. And I don't know. I would rather see Bud fight Floyd. I don't know if that's the same way. That's not the same way, right? Nah. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I just listen.
That actually is the same way.
Well, listen. I don't
think that's a good fight.
Yeah, that's not a good.
I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do that one.
So Bud, y'all saying Bud couldn't beat him? Or Bud could beat him?
No,
Bud will beat him.
I think that'd be a much. Yeah, I think that's a much harder fight than Tank.
Yeah,
fighting Bud.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say, yeah, that definitely just Tank's a little guy. And listen, if Floyd felt like Pacquiao was a little guy, he really is gonna think Tank is a little guy, right? I mean, I agree with that, and I'm not an idiot. I've never bet against Floyd. I've only bet on Floyd. So I ain't an idiot when it comes to this. I get it.
But you was talking like you were gonna bet against Floyd.
But listen, if I'm telling you right now, if those two fight, I would bet Tank. I would bet him. I would bet him now. I promise you I would bet him.
You know what you do? Send me your money in advance. I'll hold it for you. There's no way. There's no way. Go on.
Listen.
Yo, listen. Let me. No, my bad. Not to cut you off. Like, first of all, let's just put this out there. That all of this is the creation of it is what it is. This 100%. Is all hypothetical because people get emotional off hypothetical.
Yeah,
right now,
they're gonna actually go with it.
Yeah, listen, if the fight does happen, I would love to take credit for it and thank you. But like I'm saying, Floyd Camp will get emotional with Larry said. Camp will get emotional with me and Mase saying. This is all hypothetical. And we are all opinionated. Larry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but just because Mase was making reference to how not just Tank or Floyd entourages get mad.
Right. Yeah. I gotta watch out for PT now. I gotta watch. You
gotta watch out for PT now.
That's why I said. Let me be clear. And at the end of the day, I revere Floyd as one of the greatest of all time. Why risk it? Why go in there and put 50 on the line? There's no reason for it. If you listen to what I said yesterday, I said, keep making your investments. You're making money over there. You don't have to do this no more. You can walk away. Hey, put a Mase cowboy hat on and walk off into the sunset.
It's not a Mase cowboy hat. It's a Maverick.
Listen. No. Those are the Matadors. They ain't the Mavericks. Come on, man. The Mavericks ain't the Mavericks. Listen, all I'm saying is
Don't even gas him to come in here with a cape like a matador next.
Let Floyd go off into the sunset, man. Like, listen, I'm embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mike Tyson fighting, it hurts me a little bit. It's embarrassing. Don't do that, bro. You're almost 60 years old, fam. Floyd, walk off. Floyd's the greatest. Remain that.
I don't like the way you telling Floyd to walk off, though.
No.
It's almost like you.
No, it's Frank Sinatra. Y'all taking it wrong, so I don't get beat up by Floyd's entourage. But what I'm saying is, walk off into the sunset. You the champ. The champ is here. It's over. You won. You make your money.
At the end of the day, nobody said Floyd's going to do this. This is all what me and Mase are talking about. We asked him, would he fight Adrian Broner? He said absolutely not. We don't know if Floyd's going to do this.
I wouldn't fight Adrian Broner.
But one thing about
don't
Floyd,
play with AB. AB will see you somewhere, yo.
I just seen him at the Fountain Blue. He was staring me down too. No lie.
Cam, you had another point.
First of all, no, I'm saying, first of all, don't play with AB. AB got them bodies they ain't catch him for.
AB still got bricks in the street. For real, don't play with him.
Yeah, man, don't play with that nigga, man. That nigga got bodies that they catch him for. So, but yeah, my last point to this is this. We don't know if Floyd would do this, but what I will say is this. I don't know if Floyd could turn down an advance of $200 million. I don't know about that. I don't know if Floyd would turn that advance down. I just don't know.
If y'all somehow made this fight go, they need to give y'all a piece for real. Because we over here in our minds, real people was hitting me today like they was upset. Like, nigga, you really think Floyd? Like, they really think the fight is going to happen. I was like, yo, bro, it was speculation. We was hypothetically talking. Yeah. It wasn't real, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's the effect that y'all have. You know what I mean?
Facts. Okay. So this was a great discussion. This is why I knew it had to be continued into the next episode. In the comments, definitely let us know what you guys think. But also speaking of boxing, so Jake Paul will face Mike Perry in a match on July 20th. This is the original date set for Tyson versus Paul. People are saying that this will be Jake Paul's first real dangerous fight. So what do you guys think?
Mike Perry? Like, what? This ain't Mike Tyson. Niggas just switched the name just that fast. Mike Perry, we paid for Mike Tyson. Yeah. No disrespect to Mike Perry, but come on, man. I paid for chicken, not fish, bro. Yeah. This is not That's Mike fair. Tyson, man.
But he's considered a dangerous combat fighter. He's a bare knuckle fighter, so that's why people are like, "This is Jake Paul's real fight." Just to give context,
fighting bare knuckles though?
They not.
So this is again a trick because he's always fighting people away from their strengths. That's what I would say to this, and I'm all for Jake Paul because he found a way to milk the system. Pause. Anytime you got the complexion for and you done found out the system, you can't knock his hustle, But it would have been much better if he just say, "Yo, I'm gonna fight the Mexican monster next." Yeah, do something like that. We'll come out and see it. Benavidez, the little brother Benavidez fight, find somebody on that level to fight.
Not even mad at that. Hey, Cam, your thoughts?
Listen, man, I'm trying to figure out who the fuck Mike Perry is. Like,
he's a bare knuckle brawler.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, we sit here this bare knuckle shit. Like Mase said, is that his strength? We sat here and watched Jake Paul beat Nate Diaz. We watched him beat Anderson Silva. These are all MMA fighters. He's obviously having success against MMA fighters. I think he beat 3 MMA fighters total, if I'm not correct. I know Anderson Silva, he's over the hill. Nate Diaz, very well recognized name, but this boxing isn't his forte. And I get it, Venues probably solidified. Tickets was probably sold. They're probably trying to make up for this money that was spent. But this isn't what we paid to see. Like, look, this was about to be nigga shit. Fight party at the house, bitches over, weed, chicken wings, French fries. You know what I'm saying? Catch up in the dip, smacking ass few singles around in case they got some entertainment in between. This turns into solely, no disrespect, white people shit. I'm not paying for that. We was invited to the fight. I'm not paying for that shit. I was paying for him against Mike. I'm not paying $1 for this fight. And because it's one of them things where murder is one of them things where niggas be like, yo, you going the Jake Paul against Mike Perry fight tonight? Word, I don't give a fuck. Jake Paul against Mike Tyson, you rushing home.
Yeah.
You making sure you on time. You making sure niggas go, you ordering the fight tomorrow? Yeah, I'm ordering the fight tomorrow. Yeah. All right, I'm going to come watch it at your house. Nah, nigga, give me $20. You know that joint $79. It's all that.
Yeah.
You know,
it turned into a parent consent slip and all that. It just totally changed.
Yeah, it totally changed, and I'm not interested.
Can't be mad at that, because that's honestly what a lot of people are starting to say. But I was like, maybe they have a different opinion today.
That's what people were saying already?
Like, people are feeling like this is going to be a dangerous fight for him, but from the profiles of the people that I've seen, they do happen to be white. So, yeah. Okay. So, we're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's rankings. Don't go anywhere.
I'ma get mine regardless. This ain't fiction, I promise you it's a promise. Yes, it is. And look, I'm being modest. Yes, I am. I'ma get mine regardless. I'ma get mine regardless. I'ma get mine regardless.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. So we doing WNBA picks. Tonight, the Aces will play the Storm. Underdog Fantasy has Asia Wilson at 27.5 points. Ever higher or lower, Mase?
Lower. She'll have a great game, but I think she's going to be right under that 25.
Cam?
Somewhere.
I'm going to go lower as well because I actually see her after they lost to the Liberty. And at the press conference, she was in tears. And rightfully so. And her attitude was, it's one thing being the best player in the WNBA, but she's focused on making her team better. And I watched a few of her games this season where she could have just went off and killed the competition, but she's in a position or a mind frame right now to where she's saying, I have to get my team better. It's not about individuality, so I'm going to go lower. But in order for the Aces to win, my personal opinion is that's what you have to do, focus on individuality. Y'all don't have the chip on your shoulder that y'all did last year. I know you guys don't have your point guard right now because she's out with injury or whatever she's dealing with. But Asia, if y'all want to win, you got to go nuts. Sometimes it's like that. And I get what you're saying. You're not going to be able to do it by yourself. But when you see shit like this going on and you guys are not at the top of the league like you were last year. Last year, I believe y'all lost one home game and y'all already at 3 or 4 home losses. Don't get me wrong, but y'all lost way more games than you did all last season, this season. You're going to have to go nuts. But right now, I'm going to say lower until she gets that mind frame.
Okay. Kelsey Plum is at 7 rebounds and assists. Do you have her higher or lower, Cam?
High.
High.
Okay, and Jewel Lloyd is at 5 first quarter points. Do you have her higher or lower, Mase?
I'm going to go higher.
Okay, Cam?
I'm going to go lower.
Okay.
Lower.
Download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. So after winning a chip among top 5 players in the league right now, do you guys believe Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown makes that list? Mase first.
Well, for me, I'm going to say yes. one of them do make that list. I think as they won the championship, you got to put one of them in that list. It's just a matter of who you want to put in that list, especially if they went on the highest level and both of them showed up. But for me, I'm gonna put Jaylen Brown in that top 5 list because he showed up on every level of the playoffs, and superstars are made based upon the playoffs. I heard Killer say that. I heard Bob Cousy say it. Killer, you're in good company. You said the same thing as Bob Cousy. And I put him right there with the Joker, as crazy as it sounds, Giannis, Embiid. I know some people will have KD there. I'm not mad at that, but I think what he was able to do against Luka, this puts him over Luka. But you know who I would put in my top 5 for real? After watching the playoffs, I'm gonna go with new hotness. I gotta bring up somebody, Jalen Brunson. I gotta put him in the top 5. Boy, nice. Sin gonna love this. Sin gonna love this. New hotness, man.
It's a coin toss for me. I wouldn't be mad if Jason Tatum is there or Jaylen Brown. Both of them, it's hard to say. I wouldn't put both of them there. But if you put Jalen Brunson there, fine. If Jason Tatum there is fine, absolutely. I'm not mad at the top 5 list that the NBA came up with this year. It's one of them situations where styles make fights. Yesterday, we talked about this when we were evaluating the championship, and I want to give a big shout out before I continue my statement on this topic right here to Brad Stevens, because we didn't talk about Brad Stevens yesterday at all, but what he did as a GM, a lot of people were crucifying him at the beginning of the season saying, why did you get rid of Marcus Smart? He's the heart of the team. Why did you get rid of Williams? He gets all the rebounds. He hustles. And we were saying that, damn, these are big losses for the Boston Celtics. We don't know where they end up at the end of the year. And they had a tremendous year from beginning to end. And as great as the players was, as great as the coaching is, you have to think about the people that put the players on the team together. So I want to give Brad Stevens a lot of credit for putting that team together. That's first and foremost. Back to the original topic. It's a coin toss. If you have Jaylen Brown there, I'm not mad at it. If you have Jason Tatum there, I'm not mad at it. If we think about Boston's run through this championship, Dallas was just a terrible matchup for them. Terrible matchup. And styles make fights, which I alluded to yesterday. But let's think about this. Do we think that Boston would beat Miami if Jimmy Butler wasn't playing? They haven't been doing it for the last couple of years. When Jimmy Butler plays against Boston, it's a different story. So you played against Miami, a Miami with no Jimmy Butler on the team. Let's get to the next round. You go to the next round. You play Cleveland with Donovan Mitchell sitting out for half the series. He doesn't play half the series. You get to the next round. You play against Indiana Pacers. Halliburton, he's injured. He doesn't play half the series. Your road to the championship was fairly easy, and I'm not discrediting. I'm not saying that if all those players I named would be playing, y'all wouldn't have won. But you had a fairly easy road to the championship. Now let's get to Dallas. Dallas was just a terrible matchup for these guys. Kyrie was undersized, dealing whether it was Drew Holiday, whether it was Jason Tatum, whether it was Jaylen Brown. Luka was way too slow to deal with Jaylen Brown bringing the ball up the court. What Jason Kidd should have done from the jump is say, Luka, go up the court, let Kyrie bring the ball up the court, because he was getting his pockets picked. It would take time off the shot clock to run your offense. And if Kyrie brought the ball up, you can at least run into your offense. It was a terrible matchup. Joe Mazzulla did a great job coaching. Jaylen Brown and the rest of the team did a great job on defense. Now back to who should be in the top 5. The reason I say it could be anybody. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown did a great job throughout that series. But if we want to pick an MVP per game, we could give the first game to Porzingis. We could give the second game to Drew Holiday. We could give the third game to Jaylen Brown. We could give the fourth game to Jason Tatum, or the wins, I should say, because they did lose a game. All those games that I just named that they won, it was a different hero every game. Not to mention Derek White defensive prowess, knocking down key shots, Al Horford wanting it as much as they want. So this is a complete team that we're talking about when it comes to the Boston Celtics. But if we're going game by game and giving out the game ball to somebody each and every win, it was a different person each game. So I'm not mad if it's Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, but I think Jaylen Brown was very, very much deserving of the MVP throughout the playoffs. Last 2 years, we were saying he doesn't have a left hand. He couldn't go left. He improved on that department tremendously, but it's a coin toss for me. I'm not putting both of them in there, but if you have one or the other, cool. And because Luka had a bad series, I'm not going to do that to Luka as well. Same thing with Kyrie. It just wasn't a good matchup for them, and they need to figure that out moving forward, because if the way that Boston Celtics played against the Dallas Mavericks is the key to beat the Dallas Mavericks, teams are watching, especially in the Western Conference.
Okay, in the comments, let us know what you guys think. And then also concerning around Jason Tatum. So after video footage of her at a party surfaced online after the finals, Ella May is now facing pregnancy rumors. So she was wearing Jason Tatum's jersey with a baby bump. Obviously, nothing has been officially confirmed by either of the two. But what do you guys think of the news?
What do you mean by officially facing rumors? Like it's
No, like I said, it wasn't officially
indictment.
confirmed. So like
Right.
this is based off of pictures, but neither of the two have said anything about it. So like expecting that privacy, but like we see the pictures.
If she's pregnant with a Tatum jersey, then she's pregnant by Tatum, right?
Yes. But she ain't confirmed it. So I have to make that clear.
Oh, well, she wasn't pregnant with a Ja Morant jersey on, was she?
No.
Do she got any
No.
pictures with a Ja
Mm-mm.
Morant jersey?
No.
Then it's Tatum. It's not. It's that. I don't know.
I just want to make that clear. Like she didn't say it. This is the pictures that I seen. So I had to respect that.
It's that. That's who she's been at the games with Tatum.
Well, she's been at the games, but not necessarily with him. They've just being spotted. So like this is it being said without it being confirmed.
So how do I feel about what's not confirmed?
It's confirmed, not by them two. Basically. Yes.
Why do I have to feel a way about it? Do you have to feel a way? No, I mean, singers get pregnant by basketball players all the time. You know, this is not a new thing. Stat is asking, how do we feel about it?
Yeah,
Like,
that's news. Like that's actually big news right now.
that's actually good though. They actually look like they're in the same family. They should make a really good looking baby, right? They look kind of like the same people. And Cam, yesterday I told Cam, I meant to say DM Cam, but that's what I meant to say yesterday. I didn't have a text with Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, it was a DM.
Jason Tatum.
So why were you looking through your texts?
You got a DM.
Why did you say you can't show his? Why'd you show him? Why'd you say you can't show his name?
It was
Stop lying, Maslow. Yo, Maslow, cut it out, man. Because when I asked you to show it, you said, "Oh, I can't show his name." Was it a text or because it was a DM? You could have showed his name. You're fucking with the DA. I'm not even the DA. You're fucking with Shapiro. I'm a paid lawyer, murder.
You said you're the DA. Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. So I couldn't.
You said your exact words was.
Because you was acting like the DA. I'm glad I heard it. Nick, keep that clip that he said he's the DA. Because I need to have that because this is how I feel when I'm talking to him. he's very interrogating, you know. So I don't know what I can say or what I can't say. So I have to figure out ways to say it.
Yo, listen. First of all, only reason I did that is because you was questioning me about being with Jerry West. So now everything gets questioned from here on out. Secondly, yo, stat.
Yeah.
The nigga said, I don't want to show his phone number, so I'm not going to show the text. If it's a DM, why would you worried about showing his phone number?
Right.
Maslow. I'm going to show when you get caught out there, you're Maslow. Y'all don't know Maslow people out here. This is 11th grade Mase was Maslow. That was his name. Whenever you get caught capping,
Niggas is
your
trying
name
to
is
turn me
Maslow.
Muslim. They was trying to turn me Muslim, stat. And then Kim came to pick me up one day. The dude was like, Maslow, come here.
Yeah, Mase was Maslow for a week when he's trying to figure. He said, "That's not Mason. Is the white man." Mason. I didn't want to tell the whole story, but since you tell me, niggas told Mason. Mason's the white man's name. Your name is Maslow. Whenever you get caught capping Maslow,
That was a good word.
that's exactly what I'm gonna call you.
Oh, that was
Maslow,
crazy,
stop.
Gillett. That was crazy.
Man was Maslow for a week. Me and my nigga Degger was pissed off.
Yo, who is Maslow?
Look, back to your question, Stat. Let me I have two things to say about this. The first thing I have to say is this. Is that first baby that Jason Tatum be bringing out they baby?
What?
What?
His son.
Jason Tatum be having his son. He have his son at the games.
Yeah.
Is that MLA baby? That's her
LMA's
baby?
no.
No.
Okay, that's the first question.
Okay.
That's A.
All right.
Secondly, I just want to know that. Secondly, what I'll say is this. The timing is so perfect. You had that baby bump before they won. This ain't a new baby bump, nigga. You ain't posted after the Indiana series. You ain't posted out. Don't act like it just came out. Right after the championship, that's back off, bitches. That's what I get from it. Bitches, back off. That's my baby father. And that's that. It's mighty convenient how that picture came out right after the championship was won. Back up, bitches. I'm fucking this light-skinned nigga with the nice hair. And that's my new baby daddy. This is not coincidental. So Mase don't feel away. That's how I feel. I feel like, nigga, I ain't posting it if niggas don't win. I fuck with the winners. We've been trying to do this for 5 joints. She the real Titletown murder. When you get to Titletown, we'll start talking about shit. Until you get to Titletown, it's slow.
Yo, that's crazy. Shout out to Tatum. Shout out to St. Louis. Everybody in St. Louis, Nellyville, everybody. LMA, Titletown.
LMA been in Titletown waiting on niggas.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Yes. Well, again, I know it's not confirmed, but congratulations to both of them. I think that's dope. I think
Yeah.
are
My
great
baby
together,
is
so
a
cool.
champion.
Okay. So
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
yeah, and then this will probably be the last topic before we wrap. So Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin signed an extension through 2027, making him the NFL's longest active tenured head coach. Do you guys believe that this was a good move by the Steelers?
Yeah, this y'all topic. I don't really deal with the Steelers. Killer, it's on you. And Stat, what do you think? You're
No,
still
deal
a
with it.
fan. You tell us.
Do you want me to go first, or Cam? Do you
Yeah,
want to
you
go
go
first?
first. You go first.
Okay, I think this is a great decision. I mean, the Steelers are known for, having the same type of people around. This is the third, head coach that we've had over the years that we've had coaches. I think Mike Tomlin is great for us. We had a winning record. I know people are like, we want to make playoff wins. We have time to do that. We have a better O-line right now. Now we got to work with Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. I mean, we can build off of him later in the future. I think that this is a great new beginning opportunity. We've made a lot of, changes within our team. I think this is his time because a lot of people were trying to say, oh, we need to get rid of Mike Tomlin. Like, he's not winning. So we made some changes within the team. This is his time to prove that he is a good coach. I'm never going to say that he's not. And for the people who say that he's not, y'all are capping because he's a great coach. And I'm excited. I think this is perfect. I think that he should be extended, and I think it's well-deserved.
But what was the money amount? It doesn't say.
I don't have the exact money amount.
I can't really talk about it without the money amount. They gave him an extension pause, but they didn't say the money amount.
Yeah.
I can't say how I really feel about that.
So there are speculations reported at up to $19 million more per year, but that's not confirmed. That's what it's saying. So I don't know if that's confirmed, but that's what I see.
Now, if it's $19 million more, shout out to Mike. It seems like a lot going on with Mikes these days. Mike Tyson, Mike Perry, Mike Tomlin.
The year of the Mikes. Not the year of the Wendells. So, yeah.
Oh, man, this is interesting.
Yeah, but I think it's great. I think this is dope. I think that this is a great decision to build off of what we already have. Like I say, if it ain't broke, don't try to go fixing it. We have a formula there. Let's build off of that. We got some new players.
An extra 19? An extra 19, though? Is it a year or over the 3 years?
It said, this is a report. I don't have the confirmed number, but it was saying an extra 19 million over per year. So till 2027. Allegedly.
Cite your sources. Who's your source?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You went to school for journalism.
Yeah,
Why don't you cite your source?
So that's the thing. There's no exact extension. So these are like.
So this report could be from the barbershop.
That's why I said allegedly.
Okay.
I never give you, if you realize I never give exact numbers if I don't have a clear cut.
Y'all be thinking I'm trying to joke. I'm not really joking. This gonna came from the laundromat. We don't know what.
That's why you asked. I gave you a rough number, but I told you I didn't have an exact confirmation. So that's.
Let me get a number 2 fade.
Yeah.
You heard Mike got 19.
Yeah.
Stat just passing. Stat, you passing cookies from.
You asked me a question. I gotta give you an answer, but
Chain.
I make it clear, even with the practicing rumors, that it was not confirmed by either of the two. So I gotta just put that out there.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
Killer, go ahead. You can talk about this news from the laundromat that Stat is pulling.
The news is real, just not the dollar amount. This is really real. This is happening. It's not the dollar amount. Cam.
Well, yeah. Well, more than anything, before I get to the Mike's contract, was making me more mad than anything is that Stat keeps saying we when she had a Baltimore Ravens jersey on.
Yeah.
Until you show some steals up, anything like that, I'm with your father. I don't approve of what you were wearing, anything like that. Please don't say we when it comes to the Steelers. Please don't say we when it comes to Miami Heat. You come in to work with a green blouse on the day after Boston wins the championship. I don't want to hear we. Yeah, I don't want to hear we about anything anymore when it comes to the Miami Heat or the Pittsburgh Steelers until further notice. Thank you very much. I'll start with that. Secondly, I think it's well-deserved for Mike T. A lot of times he hasn't won a championship in years, but he hasn't had the losing record since he's been there. It's hard to find good coaches. What you don't want to do is let Mike Tomlinson go. He goes somewhere else and has success. Then you feel like shit because you're just saying you think it's time for a change. It's not easy to have a winning record for however long his tenure been with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's some new blood in there, and what happens, you have to realize easy coming behind a Ben Roethlisberger, Hall of Fame quarterback, 2 Super Bowl championships, one of them are with Mike. So it's not easy. It's not easy to win a Super Bowl, and we got to think about how many people won Super Bowls in the last 25 years, whether it's Tom Brady with multiple Super Bowl championships, Russell Wilson has 2, Peyton Manning has 2, Eli Manning has 2. It's probably about 10, 12 quarterbacks maybe in the last 25 years who's won Super Bowls. And that's the key thing, is having a great quarterback. And right now he has 2 great quarterbacks to work with, and he's getting an extension to see what he can do in the next couple of years. Now, if nothing happens in the next few years, then I think they'll revisit him being Steelers head coach. But I think it's a great extension to see what he can get done with these 2 quarterbacks he has.
That was a great take, Cameron and Ezekiel. That was great.
And a great black and yellow tie for the Steelers. What a great way to end the episode.
First of all,
yeah, he doesn't have on a black and
hold on.
gold tie.
It looks like it to me. That's the colors I
Yo
see.
Murder.
Yeah.
Yo Murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yo Murder.
Yeah.
Murder. Can you hear me?
This might be
Yeah, I
glitching
can hear
in my
you. We can hear
favor.
you.
Murder. Don't you.
I put Cam on ice. That's the end of the show.
This is glitching in my favor.
The internet's wrong.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Stat.
That is all
I
the
put
time.
Cam
we have.
on ice.
Murder. Internet's wrong. My middle name is not Ezekiel. You should know my middle name.
What's his middle name?
No, you supposed to keep it, Nick. Keep him froze. Keep him froze for the show.
Hey, that is all the time that we have for today. Thank you all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
I put him on ice.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. 2 Big Macs. Like when they doing them 2 for $5.